Hello kids. Today we will discuss about chapter Desimals. Now in this chapter we have to learn again the place value chart. We have seen that the place value changes if we go from left to right or from right to left. Look at the place value of different numbers. Now, here the place values of numbers becomes 10 times as it goes from right to left, but when it goes from left to right, the value of it changes in the following way. Now, next place value. Now look here, there is ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, and in the center there is a one dot here, that is known as decimal dot. Next is tenths, that is hundreds, then is thousand. Now today we will discuss this chapter decimal. Now decimal comes from the decim, the Latin verb from 10. Decim number has two parts, a whole number part on the left hand side and a decimal number part on the right side. These parts are separated by a dot is known as decimal point. Now look here carefully. Whole number part on the left side, decimal number part on the right side. These parts are separated by a dot called decimal point. Now this is a table. Decimal means based on 10. Decimal notation is a base 10 way to writing the numbers. A decimal point separates whole numbers from fractions. Right side is decimal fractions and left side is whole numbers. Even places it 10 times larger than the place to its right. So the place value of the number becomes 10 times as it goes from right to left, but when it goes from left to right, the value of it changes in the 1 by 10. Now look here again. This is a ones, tens, the center decimal point. That is 1 by 10 is known as tens, 1 by 100 is known as hundreds, 1 by 1000 is known as thousands. In a left side 10 bigger, right side 10 smaller. Now how to name the tens. When in the above example goes for the right by a 1 place, it become 1 divided by 100. 1 divided by 10. So 7 divided by 10 could be written as the decimal 0.7. The period on decimal point indicates that this is a decimal. The decimal 0.7 could be pronounced as 7/10 or as 0.7. If a decimal is less than 1, place a 0 before the decimal point where 0.7 or 0.7. Clear? 0.7 not 0.7 only. So decimal are the method of writing fractional numbers without writing a fraction having a numerator and denominator. Tens as a decimal, there are the other decimals such as the hundreds or thousands. They all are based on the number 10, just like our number system. A decimal may be a greater than 1. The decimal 3.7 would be pronounced as 3 and 7/10. Now next is hundreds. The fraction 37 by 100 could be written as the decimal 0.37. The period or the decimal point indicates that this is a decimal. The decimal 0.37 could be pronounced as 37 hundredths or 0.37. A decimal may be greater than 1. The decimal 12.37 could be pronounced as 12 and 37 hundredths or as 12.37. Next is thousands. The thousands follow the similar pattern. If 1/100th of the number goes further one place right, it will become a thousand. 1,000 can be written as 0.001 is known as 0.001. See this example. They have 3 digits after the decimal point. The decimal 0.749 is pronounced 749 thousandths or 0.749. There may be 0 after the decimal point. The decimal 0.064 is pronounced 0.064. A decimal number may be larger than 1. The word may be used to indicate the decimal point, so it should not be used after the parts of the names of the decimal. So you have to again revise the decimal according to the place values. We have seen here place value changes if we go left to right or right to left. So the place value of the number becomes 10 times as it goes from right to left, but when it goes from left to right, the value of it changes in different ways. Next, when comparing the decimal numbers, we start comparing from highest place, that is tens. So, I hope you have clear these concepts of decimals. Thank you.